welcome to Yoga Flow with Megan, Yoga for Runners. So these stretches are going to be for runners, joggers, or fast walkers. So we're going to focus mostly on the legs, of course, but also the lower back, loosening the lower back and the hips. So for this practice, you'll just need 2 blocks or 2 hardcover books of similar size and shape. So just meeting me here in a comfortable position. You can have your legs crossed or straight out in front of you, hands on top of the knees, and just relaxing shoulders, face, and just taking a moment to focus on the breath. Releasing your chin to your chest, begin to roll the head. Other side. Rolling the shoulders. And rolling the wrists. And from here, if your legs are crossed, I want you to straighten them out in front of you. So we're going to inhale as we move that knee to the chest, and we're going to slowly circle the ankle. And exhale, release. Inhale the other knee to the chest, circling the ankle. And exhale, release. From here, we're going to move into tabletop position. So knees and feet will be hip distance apart. Your toes here can be tucked or flat, whatever's comfortable. Placing the wrists under the shoulders, fingers slightly spread, pointing to the top of the mat, really gripping the mat with your finger pads and your entire palm. Keeping a neutral spine to begin. We're going to inhale as we open the chest, looking up, curving the back to the mat. Exhale, bringing chin to chest, curving the back to the ceiling. Inhale, opening the chest, looking up. Exhale, bringing chin to chest, curving the back to the ceiling. So this is a nice spine stretch. So this is really helpful to do before you go for a run or after you go for a run. It really helps align the spine, stretching that lower back. And exhale, releasing back to neutral spine, flat back. From here, we're going to walk the palms forward, lowering the chest, bringing the forehead to the mat. Crawling your fingers as far as they'll go, lifting up to the fingertips. So keeping the arms straight. Nice deep breaths. And moving the palms back to tabletop, so placing them under the shoulders, fingers slightly spread. Tucking your toes here and just checking to make sure knees and feet are hip distance apart. On the next inhale, we're going to lift up the hips, moving into downward dog position. So when you're ready, we're going to inhale, hips up high, pushing back on the heels, bringing the head between the elbows. So for downward dog position, our arms are straight, our back is flat, hips are up high. Your knees can be bent here or straight. Depends on your flexibility, especially if you're a runner. You might find this area is really tight. That's why this position is so good for that. It really helps stretch out the quads and the hamstrings. So taking a deep breaths here, we're gonna pedal the feet, lifting the right foot, the left foot. And slowly walking the feet to the top of the mat, try to keep the head low. Placing your feet hip distance apart and parallel. Knees are bent, head is hanging, placing hands on your elbows as you sway from side to side. just letting your head hang here, no tension on the neck. And exhale, releasing hands to the sides of the feet. Next inhale, we're going to slowly lift to standing position. Inhale, slowly lifting the chest, opening the arms, hands up in prayer. Exhale, bringing hands to chest. And just relaxing, shoulders, face, eyes, taking deep breaths. And releasing your hands down. Now we're going to go grab the blocks or the books, whatever you have. So our feet are hip distance apart and parallel. So the feet should be pointing to the top of the mat. We're going to place the blocks or books either at the sides of the feet here or in front of the feet. Whatever's comfortable for you, you can always move them. And you can set them up high or lower, whatever works for you. I'm going to start with them high. Returning back to a standing position. And you also want to place your blocks or books shoulder distance apart. And inhale, lifting the arms up, hands in prayer. Exhale, opening the arms, lowering down, bending the knees, letting the head hang, placing hands on your blocks or books. Knees are bent, head is hanging. Now, if this isn't enough support for you here, you can also place hands on the hips. On the next inhale, we're going to straighten the legs and flatten the back. So when you're ready, inhale, straightening the legs, flattening the back. Hands can be on the hips here, don't forget. Exhale, bending the knees, lowering the head. We'll do another one. Inhale, straightening the legs, flattening the back. Exhale, bending the knees, lowering the head. And we're going to move the blocks to the side for a moment. Hands at the sides of the feet. We're going to step the right foot back, lunge. Releasing that right knee down. And just checking that that left knee is in line with the ankle. So not over it, so just right in line. So just finding your balance here. When you're ready, we're going to inhale as we lift the chest up, placing hands on the hips. Taking a deep inhale, and on the exhale, we're going to lean forward. Inhale, center. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, center. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, center. Placing hands back down, either side of the left foot, and making sure those right toes are tucked. We're going to sit back on that right heel as we try to straighten that left leg. Keeping the head low if you can, or if that's too much, you can keep the chest open. Nice deep breaths. This is a deep one here, I know. Inhale, lifting back to center here. We're going to place the left hand on the inside of that left knee. Taking a deep inhale, and the exhale, we're going to open it to the side. So I'll show you what I mean from this direction. So left hand, inside left knee, slowly opening hip. But you're not pushing it, you're not forcing it. Just a gentle open here, nice deep breaths. And now placing hands on the inside of that left foot. So again, I'll move over here so you can see me a little better. So both hands inside that left foot. So from here, we're going to slowly lower down. So you might want to use a block. So we're going to lower the forearms down here if you can, lowering the head, nice deep breaths, or using your block. Placing your forearms on that block here, nice deep breaths. Or even if this is too much for you, you can just continue opening the hip like this. So doing what works. Three more deep breaths. All right. So placing that block back to the side. We're going to place the left arm back over. So hands are on either side of that left foot. Our right toes are tucked. And And we're gonna step the left foot back, downward dog, hips up high. Pedaling the feet, back to downward dog here. I think this is the best stretch for runners personally, because it really stretches all the leg muscles, the lower back. So we're just gonna pedal here. And releasing down, we're going to inhale as we lift that right leg up, bending the right knee, opening the hip. And we're going to exhale as we swing it forward, placing that right foot back to lunge here, releasing the left knee down. So again, we want to make sure that right knee is in line with the ankle. Our left toes are tucked. Finding your balance, taking your time. When you're ready, you're going to inhale as you lift the chest up, hands on the hips. Nice deep breaths. And taking an inhale on the exhale, leaning forward. Inhale back to center. Exhale, leaning forward. Inhale back to center. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale back to center. And exhale, releasing hands down, either side of the right foot. If your knees ever get sensitive here from being on the mat and it's a bit too hard, feel free to use another mat or place a towel or a blanket under the mat just to give you a little extra cushion. So left toes are tucked. We're going to sit back on that left heel as we try to straighten that right leg. I know this is a deep one. Lowering the head or keeping chest open, doing what's comfortable. Inhale, back to center. Placing the right hand on the inside of that right knee, gently opening it, opening the hip, not forcing it, just a gentle open, nice deep breaths. And then placing that right hand on the inside of that right foot. So both hands, again, are on the inside. So we're going to do that deep stretch here again. So you can set up your block or book. You can place your forearms here. Or if that's too much, again, just continue to open the hip. Or if it's available to you, you can lower all the way down. Nice deep breaths. Three more deep breaths. And inhale, lifting the chest up, placing the right hand back the other side of the right foot, so hands are on either side of the foot. Your left toes are tucked. We're going to inhale as we step the left foot next to the right, hip distance apart, knees bent, head hanging. So an option here, you can set up your blocks again, or if you're flexible, you can just take your fingers, wrapping them around your big toes, knees are bent, head is hanging. Inhale as you straighten the legs, flattening the back. Exhale, bending the knees, lowering the head. One more. Inhale, straightening the legs, flattening the back. Exhale, bending the knees, lowering the head. Placing hands at the sides of the feet. Next inhale, slowly lifting, standing position. Inhale, lifting the chest, opening the arms, hands up in prayer. Exhale, bringing hands to chest, and closing your eyes. Going back to the breath. Inhale as you lift the arms up, interlacing the fingers, bringing the palms to face the ceiling, relaxing your shoulders, so don't keep them up, relaxing them. Inhale as you lift the chest up, exhale, leaning to your right. Inhale back to center, relaxing the shoulders, lifting the chest. Exhale, leaning to your left. Inhale, back to center, and exhale, releasing arms down, and just rolling head, shoulders. So from here, we're gonna move into warrior two position. So for that, we're gonna step that right foot back, nice and wide here. We're gonna move the right foot so it's parallel to the back of the mat. So we wanna open the hips to the side. So before our hips were square to the top, but now they're square to that long edge. The left foot's pointing to the top of the mat. We're gonna bend this left knee so it's in line with the ankle. So not over bending, so right in line or even under bending, kind of finding what works for you. So either here or here. Finding balance here with your feet. When you're ready, we're gonna inhale the arms up and exhale, opening them. So the left arm is above the left leg, right arm is behind you, palms facing the ground, fingers slightly spread. Looking over your left fingertips. Warrior two. Nice deep breaths. And releasing your arms down. We're going to take that block. We're going to place the block at a high level on the inside of the left foot. So you can always move it, but we're going to start high. Returning back to warrior two. We're going to inhale as we lift the chest up. Exhale, bringing that left hand down to the block. Right arm is up, pointing to the ceiling, looking up to the ceiling if you can. Nice deep breaths. Staying here, or see if you can straighten that left leg. Staying here, or see if you can lower the block, or even remove the block. So this will all depend on how you're feeling that day, how your muscles are they tight, are they loose? So it's just doing what works for you. And inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, hands on the hips, and we're going to turn the left foot so it's parallel like the right. So both feet are parallel to the top and bottom of the mat. And just to get an idea how wide our feet should be, we want to open up the arms. So we want the ankles in line with the wrists, so that's how wide they should be. Hands behind the back, interlacing the fingers. Inhale, lifting and opening, looking up. Exhale, leaning forward. So it's another nice stretch for that lower back and the legs. Releasing hands down to the mat. Placing hands on your elbows, or you can just let them rest on the mat. Swaying from side to side, no tension on the neck. Nice deep breaths. And placing hands on the hips. We're going to inhale as we slowly lift the chest up, creating a curve in the lower back, protecting the spine, back to center. Turning the right foot so it's pointed to the top of the mat. That left foot's parallel to the back. We're going to bend that right knee so it's in line with the ankle. Finding your balance. When you're ready, inhale the arms up. Exhale, opening. Right arm is above the right leg, left arm behind you. Palms facing the mat, fingers slightly spread. Nice deep breaths. From here, we're going to take that block again. We're going to place in the inside of the right ankle, high level. Returning back to warrior two. Inhale the chest up, exhale, right hands on the block, left arm up in the air, looking up at the ceiling if you can. Nice deep breaths. Staying here, or see if you can straighten that right leg. Remember, doing what is available to you. Not pushing too hard. Keeping that block high, or lowering it, or removing it. And inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, bending the right knee. So from here, we're gonna windmill back down to lunge. So inhale, chest up. Exhale, right hand outside the right foot, left hand inside, turning the left foot to point to the top of the mat. Taking your time, meeting me here. And when you're ready, we're gonna step the right foot back to down dog. Right foot back, hips up, here we go again. Nice comfortable downward dog. This time on the next inhale, we're gonna lift the heels up onto the toes. When you're ready, inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. And moving from downward dog to plank, we're gonna exhale as we lower the hips, bringing the chest over the wrists, keeping that core strong. And releasing, knees, chest, chin, down to the mat. Taking a breath. Untucking your toes, bringing the elbows to the chest, fingers slightly spread. We're just gonna do a baby cobra. So we're gonna inhale as we lift the chest and the wrist gently up off the mat. When you're ready, inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Moving into child's pose, we're gonna inhale the chest up. Exhale, sitting back on the heels, arms extended, forehead on the mat. Checking back in with the breath. Inhale, slowly lifting the chest, sitting back on the heels and rolling head, shoulders. Doing any stretch your body needs. And we're going to swing our legs in front. So I'm going to move over here so you can see me a little better. Now we want to open our legs. So this will be different for everyone. So just open them to a comfortable level for you. We're going to place the right hands on the right leg, and we're going to inhale as we lift the left arm up. Exhale, leaning to the right, but really keeping that chest open, looking up. If it's available to you, see if you can grab that big toe with your fingers. Nice deep breaths. Inhale back to center. Left hand on the left leg. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, lean to the left, grabbing the toe if it's available. Inhale back to center. And exhale, bringing legs back together, giving them a shake. So now doing a little bit of hip work. We're going to inhale as we bend this right knee. We're going to place the right foot on top of the left thigh, opening the hip. From here, we're going to bend this left knee, finding a comfortable spot. So the more we bend it, the deeper the stretch. I'm just going to move a little bit so you can see me a little better. Let's see. Okay. So the more we bend it, the deeper the stretch. So just playing around until you find a comfortable spot. When you do, placing your palms behind you, fingers pointing to the top of the mat, opening the chest, closing the eyes. Nice deep breaths. And exhale, straightening the legs, giving them a little shake. Inhale as you bend the left knee, placing the left foot on top of the right thigh, opening the hip and bending that right knee, stopping wherever you're comfortable. Placing palms behind you, fingers pointing to the top of the mat, opening the chest, closing the eyes, nice deep breaths. And exhale, straightening the legs, giving them a little shake, head a shake, shoulders a shake, wrists a shake. Well, thank you for joining me for Yoga for Runners. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it's helpful. Feel free to do this before you go for a run or after you go for a run, whatever works for you. And I hope to see you back on the mat again soon.